and welcome to RPM. Oh, and that's why you mute everyone. Welcome to RPM Esports and YouTube, and to see another. It's the first time I'm commentating on one, but it's RPM versus WkR in a league versus league event in a 25% race, one-shot qualifying around Monza. Basically, red is RPM and blue is WkR, and yeah, it's really to see but a bit of fun, but also a little bit of let's see, I'm sure it'll be very competitive between the two teams. Started early. It's not something I would usually do, but I thought that it'd be good to get the kind of explaining out the way and let people see who is racing for each of the teams. I know most people might be from RPM, but we have obviously watching, but WkR as well, and you can see them Black Sugar, Capri. I cannot pronounce names very well, as people will very much know already. Flavia, Luca, Meat Cole, Derek, Flake Dog, from so far in the lobby from WkR, and RMPM backer, One Wing, Wesley, Colin, Richie, Quinn, Glassy, Entity, Smithy, Cosmo, and of course myself, the commentator. So usually what I've done in the past is actually check that the audio is working before I actually say anything, and I haven't done that yet, so let me do that right now. And yeah, quick audio check, and it works. And I can see Alex in the chat already. Yeah, thank you everyone. Audio is good, that's good to hear. Yeah, so I think we're just waiting for the last 3 guys to join, and we could hopefully get underway quickly. A short race, obviously 25%. I think we're all kind of used to 50% with 18-minute qualifiers, so it'll be quite the sprint actually, right? So we're going to see, in terms of RPM, we have I'm going to go me right now, so give me a second. I actually remember how to do this. Yeah, there we go. That should do it. And I should be on push to talk, so I shouldn't be being heard. Right. So, as I was saying before being interrupted, we at RPM, some of the races will have sprint races, and this is going to be very similar to that. I would imagine, at least the race, full on sprint to the line, 13 laps in Italy as well. Yeah, that's no bother. If Brandon Brandon wants to join, he can. I haven't seen anything on Discord yet. That'll be why. So yeah, you can join. Let me do something very quickly then. I should have done this anyway. There we go. So what happens when you start a little bit early, but yes, it should be a good fun team race, and I will be respectful, of course, and try not to be biased, although in fairness that is going to be pretty difficult. Let me just, this might be, is there something? Yeah, there may be something else I need to do, so just give me a second. Okay. I don't think there is anything else I need to do yet. Still waiting on a couple of people, so maybe I did start a little bit early. Taking the precaution, of course, to put on the theme music rather than the licensed music as well, which I'm sure Backer and everyone would be pretty happy about, just in case. Banter will be joining us very soon, and we will be reading up in 4 minutes at least, so we might have 18 rather than the full 20, but we should have 2 commentators. Let me just check at least that it's equals. Well, okay, no, it won't be equal, which is a bit of a shame, but nothing much else you can do. And with the top 10, I'm pretty sure I probably should check on rules and whatever actually, but and how it's getting done, but actually Backer, you're in here, maybe you might be able to explain, but basically it's who scores the most points collectively as a team that will win. I believe using the old-fashioned, the current Formula 1 points. Only 2 people late at the moment. Rishi. We shouldn't be too long, and of course, there we go, a 19 now. everybody set up now? Here's a question. I see that most, if not all, are supporting RPM, of course. But who do we think is going to win the race tonight? No hints. As we wait, may as well have the conversation in the chat for who's in there or not. Possibly a conversation with Brandon, who's just joined as well. Good evening.
Good evening.
Of course. It should be anyway, easy enough.
I'm not a class commentator, but I'll try not to be biased.
Oh, I've already said that myself. I'll try not to be biased. It's a slightly difficult situation, but yep.
Yeah.
Should be a good one. Yeah, no, it should be a good race. It looks like the lobby's readying up, so or some are anyway.
On Team RPM unbeaten.
Yep. So hopefully it stays that way. Yeah. Well, looking at the team, it's a very formidable team. Colin being, I was just saying, I wonder who's going to win outright, and I must admit I did hover over Colin's name.
We'll definitely be up there.
Yep.
Like always.
Yeah, you can always. See, I mean, it's fun. It's a bit of fun, so why not? Let's see if someone's.
I think it's a bit better around this track. I don't know if people use it.
I would doubt it. Although, I think mine's are pretty low, like, but not 0-0. I don't think. I think a Scary chicane might just be a little bit difficult with that, or any corner. To be fair.
But to be fair, it doesn't look as bad as you think it would.
No, well, I've never tried, so.
I've tried it a few times. I doubt anyone would use it.
Yeah, it's still so easy to spin anyway. You know, may as well not make that, not make that harder.
What is the format? Is it a sprint and then a...
So it's one shot qualifying and a 25% race. That's what we've got. The loading seems to be taking a while. I think it's Westy, unfortunately. Westy's had to drop out, so if he does get back in, then he'll have to start from the back. And he won't have a set up. Ooh, it's a difficult one for Westy, but yep, we've got a few seconds. That's why I really started earlier, was so I could explain. He's back in. I do think he'll still miss Collie, with it being a one-shot session, but yes, Wesley may have actually got in there, according to.
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh no.
No.
Right, let's. So I'm trying to flick through it. I've never really done a one-shot quality. At the moment, at the front is wrong person. It's Colin, and and although yeah, we should, on the stream I'll show them both cars, so you can see that kind of very blue and white. Oh, and a spin from the person that came up with Colin. That's going to pay pain to that. He'll be starting right at the back. And there's the RPM car. We've seen it a few times. Yeah, and it's actually it's Backer in second as well, so it's looking good for RPM in qualifying. Top 3 is VR gets in there, but it's Colin on pole, a 1:19.8, and by 5/10. Well, maybe RPM will be getting the 25 points, but it will still be an interesting middle gap. But as you said,
they've got out the top 3, which is very good for start race.
Oh yeah, very strong qualifying there from RPM. Wesley did get back in there. I don't think he's got the right car, unfortunately, because it's got showing white. But I don't think there's anything you can do about that. But Colin on pole, Glassy second, Backer third. The VR for WkR is in fourth, and Quinn fifth. I won't go through the whole list, but that's a very good qualifying for RPM.
Yeah, 7 RPM in the top 10 is really good. Top 3 just need to work with each other, hold them off.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Going to be very different from what we would usually see with it being a 2v2 team format. But I must admit, it's from what I've seen of the team races, they've been very fun. This is the first time actually commentating on one of them, so it should be interesting. And we'll see how it works out. Think the 2 RPM boys that are in second and third will probably try and give Colin a good lead, I suspect. Although Colin may not need their help.
All it takes is a good start, and you never know. Could be up to first.
Oh, absolutely, and it's a long run to the first corner, which will be dangerous in itself. So just get the. Oh, now this is interesting. Glassy's starting on the hards. And so is Luca. Yeah. And and Black Sugar. Yeah, interesting decisions there. I personally probably would have started on the softs as well.
Yeah, I probably would have done soft medium.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So we'll see what happens. Just, of course, Westy might be in a. Let's see what Westy's car looks like. Isn't that the default car? It's got a bit of red, yeah. And I see some of the Italian drivers are in cars that have got a different shade of blue to each other as well. I mean, maybe. So. Any track in this, yeah, with cold tires, you see some of the time. Yeah, no, I think. When you come out of the pits, I think it's actually more difficult. So it's the overcut. Sometimes, Bahrain particularly. Glassy. Oh, and VR and Quinn. or Kingpin Quinn. There we go. I like that. That's a great name.
Only three teams. That's not that and is that someone in the AR?
Can't be sure.
Another one. Oh, no.
People, yeah, I think the first league race, it was the pre-season one in Canada. That was the first time I actually got that spot on the online. So here we go, getting ready, and that's lights out, and away we're off.
Good start from the top three. Really good start.
Yeah, which is, and from Quinn as well.
That's a really good start.
Let's see, is it all
Someone's got a 5 second penalty.
severe collision?
Mostly clean through.
Is it? Yeah.
VSC?
Oh, there must have been a crash right at the back as well. Yeah, no, there's been a crash on the pit straight at the back. It's VSC. I seen one of the pit boards or whatever it is showing the VSC, but that's now top 4 for RPM. VSC
really
gone.
7 cars in the top 10.
Oh, which one?
WkR members fun.
Yep, I'm not sure which one. It's Capri, I think his name is. He's got back going again.
He does have damage.
Yeah, he's lucky to still be in. Yellows. That's another. It's VR. No, it's VR who was the strongest for WkR in the qualifying.
So green flags.
Yep, green flags back out. But what we do have is 8 RPM in the top 10. Including Westy.
And on the hard in P3, and you'd expect him to get slowed up by Black Sugar too.
Yeah,
he could be that shield for the top 2 to hold up.
Absolutely. It's Backer and Colin who have been, from what we have seen. From what we have seen, it's been Backer and Colin that have been the quick guys in pre-season. Yep, and onto mediums to the end, so they could still come back. There's no counting that out. Other people pitting, and then of course possible safety cars.
And Richie's going for a move on Derek, and he's got it.
This is 3-way. Oh, there's contact. That is Richie and
that was not Richie.
Flake Dog. Yeah, Flake Dog coming up the inside. Yeah.
So 9 of the top 10 are RPM members.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. That's just pretty incredible.
Backer somewhat staying with Colin. I don't know if Colin's doing it on purpose or if Backer is just seriously this fast this game.
Well, he has been in pre-season, in practice. Whereas I've went backwards, he's went flying forwards. It's pretty amazing. The former high gear now probably going to be struggling in the championship division that we've got, but Backer and Colin, that'll be a nice fight in RPM, but right now they're working together, and it's really Black Sugar and Glassy that will be having the battle.
Black Sugar spun. That could be safe. No. He's spun again.
Oh my god.
Took a big hit on the rear, but I don't know if he got any damage.
Can't see, he just can't get control of the car, and he's gonna drop outside the top 10. All top 9 are RPM.
And there's been a spin at the back.
Yellow flags, but just caught Quinn, he's just passed Derek. But the DRS for Derek, here's...
Quinn has DRS, so...
Oh yeah, so he does. Shaq. Oh, that's a dive bomb and a half.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's not that. Yeah, but I think it was Quinn that did the dive bomb. But yeah, no, Shaq saying Black Sugar couldn't handle the salt. Oh God, that's that's. I used to like puns, no anymore. It's quite interesting to see how different drivers use more or less of the ERS as well. I'm not sure how.
Colin has saved a lot. I don't even think you get any to be fair.
Yeah, and Backer's on 52. Ooh, that's Richie. Richie. It's Ascari.
He's struggling to get hard back around.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of my little qualifying mistake where I just on Wednesday where I made I spun out the last corner in Canada and then tried to fix it. The difference between this track and Canada is there's walls when you spin again when you try to light up the rears to go. Yep. Oh no, there's. Oh, that is. I'd need to have another look at that. Their Melby's definitely hit the wall. Yeah. Well, I can't see any on the screen. Huh. I think Emmanuel can probably feel a little bit hard done by there. It's definitely an accident, but he definitely moved over and wasn't fully whilst he wasn't fully passed. The other car on the inside probably could have given that one up, but we're starting to see penalties that are not involved in the first lap incident, I think. Yep, Black Sugar got a 3-second penalty. Yeah, he's been using it to catch up. So that I've never seen the first of the pitters on the strategy pitting. So Smithy, Cosmo, and Kingpin, and as well as Capri, and we're seeing some wing changes going on as well. Quite a few wing changes going on. So this is a chance for some of the WkR people to, drivers to catch up and try to make some ground. Coming out the pits. Oh yeah, he's not pitted yet. Oh, behind, there we go. Yeah, that's... You've really got to be careful on the throttle on the first half a lap, really. It's really difficult in this game. I think yeah. I know we will. It's kind of that halfway mark in a 50%. Best time to pit. What I would say is, I found that it's maybe just because of how bad I am on the cold tyres coming at the pit, is that the overcut actually works better. That's what I've found, but that's probably just because of how bad I am on the tyres.
Yeah, that could make sense because of how cold the tyres are. I don't know, it's very 50-50. With the undercut, depends how quickly you warm the tyres up.
No, absolutely. It does depend how quickly you manage to do that versus the degrading soft tyres, and I think To be honest, it makes it more realistic in that regard, because that is what it's been like for quite a long time, but especially now. Yeah, Colin in the pits. Let's see who does the undercut work. Let's go back to Backer. I'm just interested to see. Colin's still in the pits. Ah, Glassy, that's a mistake. And he was on the alternative hard strategy as well, so he'd be going to softs. So Backer is going to be. Yeah, so Colin. No. Yeah, absolutely. The Black Sugar just gone by. He's got penalties still on these first tyres. So different strategies will be working differently in this game compared to last year. And seemingly it is going to be, at least at first glance and from my experience, that the overcut is going to be the better strategy. Okay, here we go. Yes, it's Cosmo, but yeah, like you say, goes deep, keeps the position, and I think it's good. Let's. I mean this in no bad way, but usually we don't see Colin battling all that often. So see how well he can take over Black Sugar. Oh, there's Black Sugar in the pits. An Entity, but he's not pitted. So we'll see how the pit stops shake out. Yeah. And I think some have obviously served their penalties, haven't they, in the pits? Yeah, busy watching the front, seeing what was going on. Missed completely what happened at the back, so apologies for that, but...
Yeah, I don't think Westy's got it set up on. He looks like he's struggling a bit.
Yeah, but he still finds himself in 9th, considering he's probably got a default setup.
Yeah, if he can get points, that would be a good setup.
Yep. And the only close battle we've got, if we can call it that, because it is between teammates, is Backer and Colin. And Backer's just scrapes that above the DRS. Actually, we've got something further down. It's still Cosmo and Favala. Yeah, Entity in was very few laps to go, and Colin seeming to pick up the pace. Yeah. Colin quicker now. Oh, yellows. Let's see.
That is.
It's VR. Oh my goodness, he's still struggling. Good, we've got ghosting on for this event. And he falls his way down to 14th. And Flake Dog. Yeah, that's possible. I'm looking at Flake Dog overtaking Smithy, and I'm now looking at Westy battling with Emmanuel, son.
Cosmo's gonna go down the inside. Left room. Good racing, makes me.
Nice move there by Cosmo, catching the end of that, as there was actually quite a few battles there. Oh, I've just got Westy spinning at the second chicane. That puts Quinn in 10th. Oh, and Cosmo, I think, gets tapped from behind by Favala, and he's only just recovered. He's down in 16th. Smithy. Oh yeah, you're right on that. I was just going to say that Smithy seemed to be catching, staying in the fight with Fleet Dog, but then he made a mistake on the exit of Iscari, so yeah. Easy enough there. And Smithy has nothing to fight back with, so that's done for now. All of a sudden the battle's got a lot closer. Including
running more straight line. You lose a lot in 2 and close it back in 3-1.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, Backer's now 4/10, and oh, that's someone being lapped, unfortunately.
Yeah, Backer's much more straight line speed.
I doubt he'll go for it. I don't want to risk losing plenty of positions for the team. It just depends on what he wants. Does he want the glory of the win for himself, or does he want the glory for the team? As I've just seen a crash, a mistake by Favala. He's being chased by his own teammate, who is clearly quicker than him. He should probably just let him go.
Not much going on in the midfield there.
No, not much. Cosmo catching Derek for 15th, and Rishi's behind that. But yeah, the midfield for the points anyway. Big gaps going on, and yeah, RPM. It was actually looking better than this earlier, but still, this is still very good. Top 5 positions.
Oh, and Salute is spun.
Oh,
lost his front wing 100%, but shouldn't be anything at the not.
Yeah, I missed that crash, but yeah, that's those yellow flags. That was about it, and that's 18th place for Zaluka. Well, just on his teammate.
This is from back his last chance, and yeah, he's never doing stupid.
No. Oh well, he's closing, but he will back off. This is for the team this time. If this was, he won't be backing off once the main season starts in August in RPM. It'll be really fun to watch. Yeah, it's really holding back. Flake don't know if they want to see a battle between against teams. Is closing in on one wing for 5th. Can he get him at any point in this final lap of the race? The gaps. I'll go for that. They're racing. Well, hold on, what? He used DRS and he got by him. I really thought he wasn't going to do it. I again apologise.
End of the day, it doesn't matter too much.
It doesn't change anything, but what it does mean that the person I've been racing for quite a few years is going to come and take the win over Colin. Is there a bit of bragging rights going on there? I do wonder. And it's about one wing though, getting overtaking down the back straight into Parabolica, and he loses 5th place, so Flake Dog takes 5th in the end. So it's only a top 4 for RPM Esports.
That shouldn't do too much harm.
No, it shouldn't. But I think at quick glance I can quite easily say that RPM have won this 25% race against WkR. But what a decent race it was.
And a very unexpected winner.
Yeah, I did pick Colin as who I thought. Driver of the day though is Flake Dog from WkR, and as I said, absolutely Backer coming out as the overall winner, and we'll see him celebrate up there with his teammates.
Very solid overall RPM.
Yeah, very solid.
6 RPM, members in top 10, pretty sure.
Yeah, the 6 out of 10. Very good racer from RPM. One when getting caught at the end, and a good race
7 even
from him. 7 in the top 10. Yeah, so Flake Dog had a good race, from 19th to 5th, in fairness to him, and Emmanuel Sun as well from 15th to 8th. But you can see from looking at that, there's a close race at the front just between Backer and Colin, but absolutely, I was scared that I would have to count them up, but it's quite clear that RPM take the victories today, and someone else can do the math. But yeah, no, that's the end of that. Now, I was asked if we were okay with doing interviews earlier, and I would have no issues, although it would be usually in this case it'd be the top 3. I'm not sure. That just sounds like a party after after the race, doesn't it? So I mean, Backer won. Would it be an idea of getting Backer, who came first among? I mean, we are some are readying up, so I do wonder if we go again. But yeah, did we get Backer in, and maybe Flake Dog as he headed to WkR? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think if I look at the second rank.
Yeah, they are actually right. Maybe I've got this all wrong. Yep, looks like there is. Sorry about that. Someone's going to explain it to me in a second, aren't they? Backer says it was a gift from Colin. No. Gift. Aye.
To be fair, at the end, it looked like Backer tried slowing down on the line. Then Colin slowed down as well.
Yep.
And maybe he was, but end of the day, the same amount of points.
No, absolutely, and that's what matters. Now, I have no actual idea. I was told the 125% race at qualifying, but we're keeping going here. And actually, I don't mind keeping going if I'm not told to stop, so we'll keep going.
WkR 10 drivers.
Yeah, so it also makes sense. I mean, we've got, I was going to, it makes sense, we've done an Italian track for the Italian,
they're an Italian team.
They're an Italian team from, although,
RPM more, I don't know, RPM more on the Dutch side, really.
Yeah, I was going to say British, but to be fair, yeah, it seems to be a big mix of British, Dutch, and whoever else is in and decides to join. But yeah, no, I'm happy.
Anyway.
Oh, there we're going to have a debate now. Oh yeah, I don't know. Okay, right. I'm not sure if this actually counts towards the thing, and I don't. It probably does. And I've made
I think it does.
I've made a mistake and didn't fully understand, but it doesn't really matter. Hopefully, I'll get used to it eventually. Again, it's been a wee while since I've done commentaries. But looking at the top 10 again, or even just the top 2, it's Colin and WkR again.
Yeah, let's keep that word.
You're not hiding the biasness anymore, are you? But no, Emmanuel's keeping up pretty well. We can't actually see the times. He's now in second.
This is very annoying because I want to see him side by side, but can't.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know how you'd be able to do it. Colin's, they're both exiting. All three of them are exiting the Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel at the same time. Pretty much. But Colin has got a decent lead here.
Yeah.
And I'd still say from the last race, that's WkR taking bragging rights against Colin for the
8-10.
It's 8-10. Oh jeez.
I didn't think it would be that much.
It didn't look that much, but then again, it takes a wee while for it to switch. 8/10 for Colin. Oh well, that's WkR put back in his place. And it's actually Flake Dog that takes second place as well. So it did show WkR for me, but now it's showing Flake Dog. But you can also see, sorry, just so I'm not insulting any of the Romanians in RPM, we've got quite a few Romanians as well. It's like British, Dutch, Romanian, and Canadian as well, one wing. Yeah.
Very diverse.
Very diverse.
But yeah, as expected, Colin take pole.
Yes, Colin takes pole. No points for pole though. And just maybe I should tell WkR and Colin that we are keeping tally of the individual positions just for our own fun as well. But yep, British Grand Prix. Maybe I don't know if this will be the last either. It might go on. So yeah, we might get. I was going to say we might get Dutch. You don't want Dutch.
Despise the track.
I can't race there to save myself. So yeah. So we got formation lap. Let's see. Hopefully not. No hard starters this time. Entity with a good qualifying will start in mediums. Then it's Cosmo in 14th on mediums, and Derek in 17th on mediums. Everyone else on softs.
So bottom 5 WkR. RPM showing their pace. Oh no.
Oh.
That's not very good.
And how does 6th touch have a touch with 8th, but 7th doesn't? It's that happened.
5th to 12th is all our now. You got one WkR member separating them all.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how well start Flake Dog get.
Well, if you remember, he got an invalidated lap last time. That's possibly why. And evening to Bumblebee in the chat, and to others. Yes, well, he started right at the back, so maybe it'll be different this time. Maybe there will be a fight, inter-team fight for the win this time.
I would say hopefully, but at the same time.
Okay, maybe for second.
Who's ahead of Colin?
Oh, it's a couple of. Oh no, that's one that's been disqualified. Is that Backer? No. Huh.
That's odd.
Okay. A few mistakes. I think more mistakes this time than what there was last race. I think everyone's going to get used to it because all it does is give you a very bad starting position off the grid. Oh, here we go.
So it's back jump, and so is VR.
VR's had a contact. They survive. That's amazing.
Colin stays on the inside.
It does.
Yeah, not a great start, Colin.
Glassy's around. Yeah, and Glassy got around the side of VR after he was battling with Colin. But yeah, Flake Dog in the lead.
No, Colin will have the pace.
Yeah, well, what he pretty much always says is that he gets absolutely horrific starts. So that, especially in this game with it being a lot harder as well, but still he gets horrific starts and then comes back. So I wonder what's going to happen here.
Yeah, it does make it easier for himself.
I think Entity would have probably been making positions if he didn't start on the mediums, but he just made a position there.
VR's fun.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go chasing that down the grid. Oh, a pit lane speeding for Danny. I didn't realise there was that much of a contact that someone would need to pit on that one.
Yeah, so top row with the rest of each other. Backer going for outside, no. Hold off, there's no point trying anything stupid yet.
So, top four covered by about a second at this point.
Yeah, just about.
Entity kind of falling off the back of that, but he could come back with the softs at the end. Right, let's go Backer on Flake Dog. Let's have a look. No DRS yet, but Backer's having a go. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, he's struggling. I think he cooked his tyres, unfortunately. Oh, and Luca's out. Yes. It just said DRS enabled, but I think. Is it? I can. Yeah, I can only see yellows at the moment. There he goes. Lucas left the session. I'm not sure what happened there. We're just watching what is going to be an intense fight at the front. Couldn't slow it down. I do think his tyres were probably cooked.
Yeah.
And once it gets like that, you just got absolutely no grip, no traction. I'm just looking, and there is, yeah, it is not a VSC, it's a full safety car. I can just see that on the mini map. In a 13 lap race, that's going to really swallow up the times. I would be pitting.
Yeah, I would be pitting as well. So will they pit?
It does show some have already pitted of course, but it shows that it probably was a bad choice by Entity to go on to, there we go.
So Flake Dog pit, Backer pit.
Entity has to keep going. Or exceeding track. What happened? Huh? He's just going into the pits.
What? That's odd.
I mean, of course, I wasn't on board. I'd just seen the penalty and went on board. Is he serving? Smithy didn't. That's a mistake. I think he's the only person that hasn't pitted, and that is not going to be good. Entity leads. He didn't pit, of course. Only person in the softs that didn't pit. I should make clear. Derek in 4th, Flake Dog in a good position. Colin has somehow jumped Backer in the pits.
Maybe Backer got held up because it's random in him.
Yeah, he could have been the same pits as Flake Dog. Or with all the cars coming into the pits, he could have just been held. Either way, that's... Well, it's still good for the team because Backer's overall in 3rd.
And Backer's put in the class now, so I could be a good thing. Them not having the car.
Just looking at the chat, Shaq saying that this RPM and another league have got safety cars right now in Silverstone, which is brilliant. That's fantastic. This is only 25%. I don't know if theirs is, but anyway, no, this one's looking a bit more interesting in terms of the team battle. Still safety car going around for at least another lap. Probably waiting for VR and Danny to catch the pack. But I do think, regardless, it'll be in lap 5. There's somebody that's gaining and losing positions. No, it's because Emmanuel's in the pits again. I love that. You gain positions going through the pits to start with, and then you start losing them. Now that's clever. That could be clever.
Could be, but yes, 10 seconds of penalty.
Oh, we see the guy. Yeah, he's the guy that got that big issue. Oh, hi, Brent. Brent's here in the chat. Here to see the end of this one. It's only 5 laps in, but it's halfway through, pretty much. Definitely looking good, Brent. In Monza, it was 7 RPM. The top 10 with the top 4 all being at RPM, and in this race right now, well, it's a bit unclear because of the safety car and the strategies where everybody lines out, but I think Flake Dog is leading, but he's got Colin behind him on strategy. But we'll see what happens, because the top 4 are going to have to pit. Definitely got Flake Dog putting up the fight in both races. And Colin and Backer been right there in both races as well. The safety car is in this lap, and we are about to get the show back on the road. It's actually showing greens already, but they can't overtake till the line. Oh. Welcome back.
Top four. Have a hit, looks really effective. And then there's another safe car. Starting to lean and then making right, and I think they make mistakes. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's see how the boys working now.
Let's see. Yeah, entity, good restart. Smithy's tyres will still be good, but he still needs to pit. Oh, yellows, and that is for... Yeah. Oh. So... Yeah, absolutely. It's a fight for first between... oh, there's a few battles going on up further up. But Colin's definitely... Oh no, not the here. Oh, what an undercut, basically. Oh. Colin got the skill. And WkR. I should say VR crashed on the straightaway and is out. But we were busy watching that, and look. Yeah, Colin's got cars, Flake Dog's fighting back. He just got Smithy. Oh, Smithy's dived it. Yeah, he's giving it back. Smithy's struggling, and no, I think yeah, it's the softs being not as quick as mediums anymore, and it's actually possibly held up some of his teammates. Yellow flags. It's Rish. No, it's not. It's one wing. Is it? It is Richie. I just seen one wing losing a position. That must have just been overtakes. Uh oh. He's still going, so, but here comes Flake Dog and WkR side by side. And Flake Dog gets the position, and there's big battling going on behind. Yeah. Yeah, Glassy 3-second penalty. Flake Dog 3 seconds behind Colin. Why? Because Colin absolutely was an amazing overtake. And then the battling behind. He, as a teammate, should. Let's have a look. He's not lifting. Yeah. Yeah, no, DRS overtake would make actually a lot more sense. As there it goes, Colin maybe having less actual straight line speed, but he does get it done on entity. Flake. Yeah. Flake Dog only made 4/10 in that. And Cosmo. He probably didn't expect the safety car, to be fair to him. Was gone on the mediums. Yep, and he's spun again. Yep, that's so easy to do there, in my view. Back to backer. Yeah, he's still in the back of Flake Dog. And Capri has just retired from the session. Yeah, it's on track, isn't it? Yeah, he is. Anyway, it was. And Emerson now gets a 3-second penalty as well, but Backer. Yeah, Backer got a bad exit out of the corner there, and that just he lost 2/10, and he's slow even with the others. Yep.
And he gets 5 seconds as well.
Well, we know how to get the 5 seconds in this race, but at least the lead for Colin is up to 4 seconds. And this is what some people in the Premier League are a wee bit scared of. Let's go to one wing if we can. Well, this is it's a good attempt, but it was just not enough room to get that overspeed. With DRS, yeah, this looks like it'll be set. Oh, nice late defensive, and one wing does keep the position. Leaves room on the inside though. Unlike a certain real driver. I'm trying to get bait. No, he's backed out. Oh. Let's see if anybody. I was just wondering if anybody was taking my bait on the real, unlike a real driver. Yep, people are asking how Backer's doing. Luke are saying he's doing well. Yeah, Backer is doing well. He's doing well all pre-season as well. Yep, Black Sugar. Yes, I think on the straight, caught the end of it. Black Sugar through. And Emerson right behind Glassy, pushing him through the final corner, going on to lap 11 for those guys. Oh, Backer, 3-second penalty. That's a different.
And even Quinn the same with
Black Sugar.
And Manuel's right on the back of Glassy as well.
Yep. Spoke we're watching here. Oh, one wing's lost it, but I want to watch this. One wing has lost it. We'll go and see. Cosmo's got a penalty. One wing's continuing to drop. It's a cracking battle here between Glassy and Amaliuson. Oh, and more going on behind. Yeah, Black Sugar spun, lost time. Back to the battle for 4th. And Backer. Right, let's see, can Backer get a good exit? Better exit, but he's further behind this time. He's not going to be close enough unless it's. No, just not enough of a straight. Same for Emulsion. Westy's just let. So Westy's just let Quinn through as well. So 2 battles really going on. It's between WkR and Flake Dog. Although WkR has a penalty, so that's only on the track, so WkR might not risk it. And then Glassy and Emmanuelson, whose penalties are... There's quite a difference between the penalties there, but it is on track. The entity was one of the last to pit onto the softs, so he's got some speed right now. Yes, he's sticking in the back. It's not going to do him any good when his big penalties come into play, and he's got another. Oh, he's done it twice there. he's just all over the place, trying to find a way through. When I look at WkR's just falling further behind Flake Dog. Flake Dog is going to get second, I think, in this race. No send this time. Oh, Black Sugar's. So this is why Westy let Quinn go, because he knew Quinn was quicker. And Black Sugar is really on the back of Westy, who's just made a very big mistake out of the final corner, and that's going to give him a chance into turn 1, and round it goes, and that's Black Sugar up to 7th. Let's check the penalties. They are on the same penalties as well, so, and the other driver behind him may also have the speed to get another position. This is a much better race from the Italian team.
WkR gonna charge for a last dash straight, but he's no numerous now. I think he's accepted that P3 is where he'll stand on the podium.
Yep. So WkR looks like it'll be 3. I think we'll have a little look. There is a big battle there.
And another one from Manchester.
Yeah, he's getting close to it. That would be a shame for his team. I'm just going to flick the call and show him coming to take the lead, but there are some battles in the midfield that we will go straight back to. Colin for RPM, second win for RPM today. This time it's Colin, last time it was WkR. And here comes the rest. Westy's holding it. He's been overtaken though.
He has more, he has a 2 more seconds anyway, so...
Yeah, and I think
Westy will finish P10.
P10 behind Danny, who's came from back. Emmanuelson, Emmanuelson actually, in fairness, somehow stays in the points. No, he doesn't. Richie comes through to take the final point. In fact, one wing had a struggle, a few others had a struggle, but this time it's Colin taking the wing from Flake Dog. A gap this time of 7.5 seconds compared to the 2/10. Yes, no, but no one was going to beat him. Last time someone did. So it's 1-1 for WkR and Colin. But it's 2-0, I'm pretty sure, for RPM. A win at Monza in the Italian team's home backyard, but then the Italians did put up a better fight at Silverstone, but still in the top 5 for RPM drivers.
Just a better team on the day.
Yeah, on the day. In fact, it was the same in I guess it was the same. It was the top 5 had 4 RPM. It was in both of them. It was the same driver from the Italian team that did finish in the top 5. So I guess it does show that Flake Dog is one of their strongest drivers, and you know what? It'd be good to see exactly how well they'll fare in their league. So Cosmo doesn't get to keep the fastest lap either. Shame for him. Richie rounding out the points. Westy finishing 9th. Danny, Black Sugar, Lerva, but then it's Quinn, Glassy 4th, Backer in 3rd for this race, Flight Dog in 2nd, and Colin wins at Silverstone. And Backer sneakily sneaking in, and so is Colin for quick discussion. So let's look at the standings just so we can have this wee debate. Colin does beat Backer on the day by 5 points. I wonder if it's going to be that close in the Premiership division.
No. Don't think so either.
Hey, Backer, you're meant to talk yourself up. Colin said the right thing though. No.
I'm going to be beating with 50 points, of course.
Yeah, that's better. Some belief. I mean, I've got to stand up for my Scottish guy, Colin. You're not going to win, Backer, sorry, but still. But no, they were 2 fantastic races. Well, RPM goes and wins both of them. Were you expecting it to be, especially in Monza, such a good race?
Me? No, I wasn't. After quality I was. My quality phase was decent, but I expect more from them, to be honest.
Yeah,
I noticed that the quality there was a lot of them missing, especially on tricks. We expected them a lot more, and I'm pretty sure I know quality gave me the win because he said go back. But
no, I don't believe that. I think you won it.
I wanted a nice 1-2 shot for going over the line.
Oh, okay. So he done a Barrichello to you, okay.
Yeah.
It's alright.
All is fine, I guess.
Actually, I guess.
Especially the team works together very well again. So.
No, it was a great team effort. 7 in the top 10 in Monza was what we counted, and then I think it was 6 in the 6 at Silverstone. Although a bit of a race with the Italian team in that one.
Did you catch my switch back at Cops?
Yes, we did catch your switch back.
I gotta remember that one.
We were both amazed, put it that way. That was an absolute spectacular. That was amazing. We were like,
even had a chuckle.
we were like, don't do a Verstappen and Hamilton, and we actually thought you had backed out of it, and then you slung your car right around, right up the inside.
I knew it was going to push me wide on exit, so I thought, why not try?
I don't think we'll see a better overtake even in once the full season gets underway. So I think you've won it.
So I hope so.
It's going to be hard to top that one. It's going to be really hard to top that. But yeah, another victory. It's still undefeated for RPM Esports. Congratulations, guys.
Quite a record, right?
Yeah.
I think that's 4 in a row.
4 in a row, yep. And when's the next one, do we know?
Not yet, but I'm planning on one.
You're planning on one? Oh, that's going to be interesting. Hopefully keep the undefeated streak going. Do you know if any of the Italian, if they're joining, if they want to come in, or what?
I wouldn't know, to be honest. I don't have them as a friend or anything, so...
Okay,
But I shout big credit to what was his name? Playing Dog. He had some great pace in the second race.
Yep. No, Flight Dog. He actually had great pace in the first. He was one of the ones that lost his lap in Monza, and he came through from the back to 5th. And then obviously he had a lap and actually took the battle to both of you at the beginning.
That was just a shocking start for me.
Yeah, even I passed on the start. I can't even start.
Now, there's a few people that passed Colin on the start.
I swear somebody keeps putting a tow line on the back of my car.
And to be honest, I'm not brilliant with starts, but I think I would have passed you on that one as well. But yeah, to be fair, you probably would have passed me right back by turn 1, but that's not really the point. Yes, so if we can't get anybody in from the other team, which is a shame, but yeah, I think we have to give credit to the WkR team for taking part and having a good 2 races there, and obviously for the teams that the RPM team who have went and won again.
Team was good tonight.
Yeah, the team was really well together. Yeah, we had really having some time with laughs.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the stream, so thanks everybody for joining, and hope to see you all again some other time. And of course next week for RPM we've got the second pre-season races for all 4 divisions before the leagues get underway at the beginning of August, so see y'all then.
Cheers, lads.